What's up, everyone? Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. It is going to be one of the best Fridays ever. I am telling you this now. I apologize for not being on yesterday. I was actually on my other friend's live stream. That was super fun. We chatted for an hour, which are typically longer than I have conversations on live. So that was super fun. I will drop the link after the show in here because it's super fun. It's nice being on the other side of the table. On this show, I do interview quite a bit of people, and it's fun because I get to learn so much about them. But it's always nice to be on the other side to just enjoy it, right? So today's topic is very brief. Is why you should continue to put experimentation as part of your content strategy. One thing that I always tell clients to do is you got to be okay with experimenting both in the that is a phone call. Both experimenting in the short term and long term, as well as incorporating it inside of what you have today. So, for instance, a lot of people think that experimentation means you got to do a whole massive campaign and you have to figure out what is going on. What's going on all the time, and make this big deal of it. The biggest thing I've noticed is you can make very small edits, or not even edits, very small things within your. Let's just see one thing real quick, make sure that we're good. Perfect. You can do very small things throughout your daily experience that can add on to where you're going eventually, right? So here's an example. One of my favorite pieces of content to create is the screen record method, right? I think I must have seen it at one point. I do consume quite a bit of content, so I probably saw it at one point and then thought, okay, I can do that. It's low cost. It's not going to impact anything in the long term. I don't think it's be damaging to the brand, so why not go try it? So that's what I ended up doing. So what I did was I picked a topic, and I posted about this yesterday. I think one of my very first ones was taking a screen record of a software I use to find images, right? So whether I'm working with graphic designers or building websites, there's a couple of websites that I always go to for either inspiration and or pieces of content. They're free to use, so why not go and find pros doing it, right? So long story short, I did a screen record of that. I talked about why I use them, how to find them, and I showcased how to find them, right? Super easy. And the best part was there was actually some traction there throughout the rest of I think I did this in November. Throughout December, I kept experimenting, and I've continuously moved that into January and February. And it's really become one of the, not just one of my favorites, but one of the best ways to illustrate what I do visually, right? So I talk about, finding times in your day to create content. This is a way to showcase. You see that within 2 minutes or 30 seconds, I can come up with a piece of content and post it. I like sharing those. The other reason this is important is a lot of, especially on digital, things that work today were things that were crazy not too long ago. There's an example that keeps getting brought up in the marketing spaces. 6 years ago or 7 years ago, whenever Miley Cyrus came in on a wrecking ball at that award show, everyone went crazy. Now, if you see something like that, that's really not that outlandish, right? We've seen a lot more people do crazier things, and marketing is the same way. So eventually, when I got started, video was the best. Like, everyone did video and all this fun stuff, and you start seeing a lot of saturation. And I saw video views actually start to go down. Then I saw text posts do better, and then a lot of people jumped on that, and then it started going down. I haven't seen too many people do screen records, and I think that's a blue ocean for me. So that's why I keep doing it. But the whole point of this is there's things that are going to work. There's a couple posts that I have in my repository that I know if I put out, I will get some engagement with, right? What's up, Chad? Glad to see you in here. And Clifford, by the way, happy Friday. So I know if I put out certain posts that they're gonna do pretty well. I'm confident. I've tested them. I've refined the message. I've done the feedback loop on them, and I know they're safe. Some of them, though, I don't, and that's to me the most fun. So I've been seeing a lot of people posting recently, very eye-catching and content that's very heavy with graphics, and it's very boom, and that's awesome. I stop for those, but I've been seeing them so much more lately that I've been thinking, why not do the opposite of that? Why, instead of this like outlandish boom like piece, a graphic or video, why not keep it simple? Like, what if I just did it simply. So right now I'm experimenting with myself. I'm talking to clients about the same thing, because if I see a lot of people doing something, that means there's obviously traction and we should tap into it, but we shouldn't put all our eggs in that basket. The people who make money on the stock market are people who have already bought before that huge little spike, right? They bought at lower than where they're going, and eventually it's like a very simple investing philosophy. And I know everyone's probably talking about the stock market, so this comes at a great time. But you want to buy low and sell high. Marketing's the same way, right? You want to invest when something's getting interesting. So graphics have a lot of text and images to it. You want to invest and start getting that on and ride the upwave. But at a certain point, it becomes too much, right? There's too many other people doing it. So why not play the other card? Why not do something simple? Why not put something out that instead of being all the stuff is very straight to the point, very on brand for you? Why not do something like that? The worst that can happen is you experiment a couple times, you see that, okay, maybe you test the waters and see that potentially right now that it's not working that well, and that's great. But the thing is, if you're posting continuously, these small little things will not turn off your audience. They won't cause people to unfollow you, unlike your stuff, or call you names in the book. It really won't, but it will give you an opportunity to just try new things that can lead to that thing that gives you exponential growth, both in your business and your marketing. I put out a specific post and it does really, really well and gets me 2 new clients, like from that one post. That is so much more beneficial. And then if I played it safe, maybe I just blend it into the background noise. And that's the worst thing that you can do as marketing. I think there's so much opportunity for us to both keep it safe and experiment and take these little at bats. I was actually meeting with a financial group the other day, and they were talking about their direct mail and wanted my opinion on it. And I was straight up. I said, if it works, it works. The one problem I have with it is, what if that specific copy, that headline, that image didn't resonate with the individual, and you printed out all these cards, you sent them out, you paid so much money for this, and then nothing happened, right? How would that impact your bottom line? For me, is okay, if you're going to do direct mail and all that fun stuff, try the digital stuff first. See what copy works, what images work, what headline works, what call to action works. Test that out and then send it, right? Because it gives you time to experiment, play around for a lower cost, and then put it into those high, those high, not net worth, but those high expenses. So that is kind of where my thought process is today. We're cutting it short because I have a call in 5 minutes, but that's what I like. I like these quick update ones because, again, I'm seeing things happen all the time, and unless you're in the marketing field, sometimes you don't have the full-on grasp of what's happening, right? Because you should be worrying about running your small business or worrying about your stuff. But I like these because I get to illustrate what I'm seeing. And again, someone might take this and find a lot of benefit and go do it. Like I said, I'm trying to I'm talking to clients about the same thing because I watched The Big Short the other day, and I feel like the Michael guy, when he's like looking at at the market and saying that's going to crash, we should short it. I'm over here saying I'm seeing a lot of a specific post. It might not be as successful, and it takes a lot of energy and resources to put into marketing pieces, right? So I want to allocate the best resources to the best outcome, right? Bigger ROI and bang for one's buck, as they say. Clifford, thank you so much. Yeah, just keep it simple. I'm a huge fan of very simple marketing, very simple selling. Don't overcomplicate. I think a lot of people get turned off by the overcomplication of product offerings and services and marketing. And what if we just kept it simple? That's maybe it works for them, right? But my thing is, again, if a lot of people are going to make complicated out there marketing, what if we played the opposite and just made it very simple? So that's all I got for you guys today. Very simple. I'll be on live tomorrow since I skipped yesterday. I like doing 4 or 5 lives a week. I skipped yesterday because of the other one, and I'll make sure to throw that link in there. Do it really quickly while I'm here. If you guys have any questions, I'm gonna go grab that link real quick from yesterday. But yeah, like I said, the biggest thing as as someone who does marketing every single day, I like to say, but I think I did calculate it right, and it is 150 pieces a week. I have a lot of quantitative and qualitative data that's showing that kind of these very very simple marketing goes a long way. I think I think personally, it's one of the better methods to go. But that's one man's professional opinion. Anyway, I just threw the link in there. I'm gonna call it here today. Like I said, I got that call. Have a fantastic Friday. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll send out a message later today to anyone who's interested. I'll do the live probably more midday tomorrow. I'm thinking like 1 p.m. MST, which is 3 p.m. EST, and then California is 1 hour behind. So 1 hour behind that. So that is all I got for you guys today. I'm calling it quits. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys later.